Welcome to Sue's Barbie Love Halloween special. Stay with me. We're going to be talking about my latest doll haul that I got at my last flea market adventure. I've been showing a couple of them on my other spooky stories. So if you want to catch those, check out my other spooky stories. I'm going to go ahead and show you my haul. And if you're got a strong enough stomach, stay to the end for another spooky story. Oh. So the answer for the last riddle was my. The king met a king. The answer is my, M-Y. So I'm going to start out my video today with little toddler Wizard of Oz toddlers. She's a little witch. And I probably wouldn't have bought her if it hadn't been October, and so the witch caught my eye. She is really cute, and these came in Little Witch, Little Scarecrow, Little Dorothy, Little Tin Man, Little Lion, and Little Glinda. Now, the back of the box, the lady said this is 1988. There are several dates on the back of this box. Got me a little confused, but the latest date I see is 1980, 83, 93. Yeah, 1993. So I think that's when it was made. It's probably 93, not 88, but I could be wrong about that. But usually the later date that's on a box is the date something was produced. Other dates means that it was produced previously. That's the way I think it is. Maybe she didn't know that, but I don't know. Just check behind people when they tell you dates on things. So let's get her out of the box. And she's still attached. As you can see, she's still attached on the back. I'm not going to take that off. I am going to leave her in the box. She's got a green face with the little plastic over it, but a little kitty face. She's supposed to look like a little toddler kid. I would think that's what it is. And she's got purple, not orange, but purple. I don't know if that's the colors in the Wizard of Oz or not, but she's got a little cape and a little dress with the little ties, little they called that back in the days when lace. Things were laced up before buttons and snaps and all that. People laced their clothing together. So witches in the time of when the stories of witches came out, things would be laced, like their shoes would be laced. And well, she's got straps on her shoes, whatever. Okay. And I'm glad I got her anyway. I got her for a little better price than she was asking. So hey, what can you say? I did buy this 2009 holiday Barbie. Now she's coming out of the box completely today. The box is not in great shape, and I just want her out of the box. I didn't pay the $5 for this doll, so I'm going to take her out. I have sold this dress before on eBay by itself for more than I gave for the doll and the box, the doll and the dress. So, yes, you can sell these outfits. I can get her out of the box. All right. Wow, that only took like 10 whole minutes. And I still got to pull this stand out right here. That was incredibly hard. She's got a piece of cardboard still up under the dress. I don't want no cardboard, no things. So here she is, and she's so pretty. Oh my God. She's still got plastic on her. So I got the rest of the plastic off of her back, of her back and her hair. There's still one more little piece that's sewn across her hair. I think I'm just going to leave that one because I had kind of bad luck. One of her earrings, it has a little dangly crystal ball right here, pink, that matches her dress. It broke off the other earring. That made me really sad. I'm going to see if I can repair that. These earrings do come out, which is a good plus. If you can take them out and you can maybe put them on a different doll. But I'm really so sad that that little part broke off. These dolls, why they make them so hard to get out of the box? I don't understand it. Anyway, I want to show you her dress. It's it's got this little ruffle right here that covers her top. Just a little ruffle up there. I love that. These little dolls have a little arm that's posable that she's holding on her hip. I like that. It's a cute little stance. It's got this big ribbon. Can you imagine wearing this dress? Would this not just be fun to wear? I think I'm just going to go buy me when they have proms next year or something. Just really beautiful dress like this just to wear. Hey, why not? Look at this. I just love the iridescence of this big ribbon. Here's the streamers coming off of it. The dress is a 3-tier. It's got this tulle, I guess you call it, like a netting with little studs in it that are pink. And then there's another layer that's a darker pink. And then there's this sort of a pinkish gold color, the iridescent one that's underneath. A little bitty tiny label, so you know that it is a Mattel dress. If you enjoy dolls and you like to be a little silly sometimes, I hope you'll subscribe and watch my videos. Yeah, I love doing them. Give me a like too, thanks. Appreciate it. She's wearing these little pointy pink shoes. Now, these are not the squishy shoes. I like these do come, this style or shape does come in a squishy shoe. And we're going to be discussing Barbie shoes in another video coming up fairly soon. But these are hard plastic. Even though I like the shape of them, I think they're really cute. I would not take them off because with the luck I had with the earring, I'm afraid they would break. So this is a new doll. I'm not much into new. 2009. It's not too new, but to me, this is a new doll. I'm not into new dolls too much. I really like the old ones. Maybe it's because I'm old. But anyway, she is a beaut, and I do love her. So this little doll I also got at the flea market that day. She was really a good price. She's just a little country girl with a little straw hat, little country, dark blue check dress with lace. She's got a slip underneath. She's got her original socks and shoes and a pair of little underwear. I couldn't turn her down because she was just so cute. Now this kind of doll I think is going to be like what you would call a dime store doll. They would put, just like today we have a lot of dollar stores. It used to be the 5 and dimes. And a lot of companies just made these really no-name dolls that just went along with whatever the popular trends were at the time. So I don't know what year she is. If you have her in a box and you know what she's, let me know. But I'm thinking she's late 60s, early 70s. She's ready to go square dancing. She's ready to go square dancing. Next, I got this little doll, and she is from Poland. These are Polish dolls. They were very popular in the 60s. I remember having one. They come in different sizes. I already had one. I'm just going to stand her beside you. You can see the difference in the size of them. They're sort of like a rag doll, but not. They're filled. Their legs are hard, but they're cloth, and I don't know what they have in them. I think the one I had broke one time. It's like a sawdust kind of material. I don't know what it is. If you know what that is inside of them, let me know. But there's something inside them. They're packed with something. They're attached at the hip with a little metal clip right there. Not a screw, but it's like a little hook. So their legs do move. They have movable legs. Now these dolls are hard to find clean, and sometimes their clothes come off. Sometimes they don't. They are sewn on. I could probably unsew this, take her dress off, and wash it, and I may do that if I ever get the time. But I love her little braids, her little pigtail braids, and she still has her original bows on them. Those do look original. And their faces are sort of like a mask that goes over it, sort of like you can dent it. It can be indented in because it's like a little mask, and it's just painted features. But she is a cutie. When I find these dolls in good condition, I like to get them. But this is the other one that I've had for a long time, probably since I was 20-something. I bought this doll. See, she's still got those little pins right here on her legs. Now you can't see them. She's got underwear, a little slip in her original dress. One of her arms fell off many years ago. I still have her arm, and I'm gonna sew it back on. The arms are just sewn on, just attached with a little thread. I just haven't done it yet. But here's her face. And she also had red hair in these braids. And I know the one that I had yellow, had blonde hair. And she is missing her little ribbon. I gotta replace that. No, replace that ribbon. But these are the two little Polish style dolls from Poland. It ties right here in the back. She's ready to go square dancing. I think they're just adorable, adorable dolls that I have to have. Don't you know I have to have one? So this is Miss Polynesian. I got her, and I did open her already on another video. She's got this nice little grass skirt and got like little shells. I guess that would supposed to be like seashell around her waist, and I love her top and her little flowers on her head and around her neck. Her little lei, I think that's what they're called. And I love black hair so much. And this one is probably my prize of the flea market. And yeah, I paid a little more for her, but I did get a little bit off the other doll, the witch doll. This is my Sweet Sue, and they were made from the late 40s, early 50s. So I'm not sure exactly which year she is, but she cleaned up so beautifully. And she has her original shoes, socks and shoes. One of them I do need to sew a little bit right here. See the little strap came loose. These are sort of like a little velvet shoe, and they're a little rough, but hey, that's what you got to deal with when you get vintage dolls. She has her underwear, and they slip with a lace tulle around it. I hope I'm getting that fabric right. I don't know. And then this cover, clear, or not clear, see-through sheer with embroidery flowers. And there's a little flower right here at the waist. And I was going to take that off before I washed it, and I put it in the water, but it still turned out good. It dried back and did very well. It's got this nice big sash on the back that came really clean, and I did iron this. And she's just got a beautiful face. And if you turn her head and get her back here, see her legs move. She'll be able to move her legs, but they're feeling a little bit tight, a little floppy. So there she goes a little bit. I don't want to break her. And even though I could have bought one on eBay, I could see her and I could see what kind of condition she was in. Didn't have to pay any shipping, didn't have to pay any taxes. So all in all, I think I did good. I have one that's probably the only one I'll get unless I run into one for $5 or something like that. You never know. So one more thing that I did pick up at the flea market, I'm planning on doing a Christmas tree with the little ornaments like this. So I found one for like $1 at a flea market. And they had a bunch of the same ones. Maybe I should have bought them, but I didn't. So this one is 1996 Easter collection. I'm going to take her out and see her once over and see how she looks. I'm so glad there's something that I can open. It's not so difficult. So, oh nice, she has the little hook on her head so I can put the Christmas hanger in. She's got this little knitting over her dress. They're really cute, and I can't wait to do my Barbie tree. 1996 Mattel Hallmark cards. So this is her. She's gonna look cute. And that's all I got at the flea market that day. Maybe I thought the Monster High dolls were a little expensive. They weren't completely dressed. I would have gave 50 cents for them. My cheapskate, I don't think so. I saw some of the LOL dolls, but they were just as high as they are in the store. And maybe these were different ones, added older ones. I don't know. I should go back there. I'm sure they still have them. I really wanted to check one of those out. What do you think? Should I get an LOL doll? I don't know. You have some at the flea market. I will save taxes. You don't have to pay taxes at the flea market, but I already had all this other stuff and had spent some money, so kind of bypassed the newer dolls. The newer dolls are not my forte. I love older stuff. I love stuff from that's hard to find, and so you really feel like you got something when you get it. That's how I feel. That's not what I collect, but I may get a new one. I have to think about it. Maybe for Christmas. No. I want I want a color magic for Christmas. Oh yeah. So now we come to the point in the video where I want to tell a true ghost story. I'm a little bit hesitant to tell this one, but I'm going to. And I'm not gonna mention the names, or I may add or change just a few little things, but the basic ideas in the story is was told to me as truth for many, many, many years. So if you're a little squeamish or don't like ghost stories, you may want to check on out right now. I hope you don't. I hope you stay and watch this. So let me get ready. So I'm going to do a little quick story tonight. It's been said to be true. I've heard this my whole life that I can remember. This story was told by the person that it happened to over and over and over. I'm not going to name any names, and I can't verify the authenticity of it, but I heard it plenty of times. So it all started, this ghost story, and it is a ghost story, the visit of a ghost. It's kind of a bittersweet story, and I will start with it like this. There was a man and a woman who were married, and they had 4 kids. The youngest was around 4, and the oldest was around 12. The lady at this time was 26 years old. I didn't know that to be exact. She was 26 years old. And it was around Christmas, a few days after Christmas, I think, 27th or 28th. And she had been sick for all through Christmas. She had been sick for several weeks, and on that date, she passed away, leaving kids from the age, 4 kids from the oldest being around 12. I'm not exactly sure, but the youngest one, I did check that into that, he was 4. Now, this story comes from the child that was 4 years old. When she turned 12, she had to go to the hospital to have an operation. Well, this little girl was very frightened and afraid. She'd never been operated on before, and I don't know what was the procedure she was having done. I've heard this when I was a kid, so I don't know what she had done. But she was really, really afraid. She was frightened. She was crying. Well, someone came to visit her in the hospital, an unexpected visitor, and she said it was her mother. Her mother, who had passed away when she was 4 years old, came to visit her in the hospital. It's the only time she said that had ever seen her up till this lady died at the age of around 70, I think. That was the only time she ever claimed to have seen her mother. But her mother came to visit her in the hospital. When she told her dad that her mother came to visit her in the hospital, of course he believed her, because he had seen plenty of ghosts his life, and she also came to visit him on an occasion. That was his former wife who passed away. Now they believe, yes, my family believed in ghost stories, and don't know about witches, well, maybe some witches, but they believed when it came to ghosts, they pretty much thought that ghosts were here not to frighten or scare people, maybe to give them some comfort, give them a sign, give them a warning. So ghosts were not as spooky, even though it wasn't fun to see a ghost. It was, I imagine, my heart would go patter, 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 patter. I'd probably have a heart attack if I saw one. So that's how they believed it. So, of course, the father believed the daughter when she said her mother had came in to console her. She would never tell exactly what her mother said, only that she knew it was her mother, and she came and told her that everything was going to be all right. She was going to come through the surgery fine, and not to worry. And I don't know if she touched her or hugged her or whatever. That I can't remember, and I don't know if she ever told. But there were the nurses in the hospital when the child's father went to ask, was this true? Verify that there was a lady who came in to visit her. They didn't know who she was. They didn't even see her walk in the room, but they seen her come out of the room. And she was dressed a little bit older style. It had been like 8 years since she had passed. I think she was 12. So it had been like 8 years, but she had a dress on down to her feet and dressed in older, simpler clothing, and she just sort of floated. They use the term, I believe, kind of floated on past everyone without speaking to anyone, but went right into this child, came right out of this child's room, and several people did see her leaving the room, and The child said it was her mother who came to comfort her in her time of sorrow, in time of need. The child's father also had seen his former wife one other time in his life, and when she came to comfort him also, and I think he awoke with her rubbing his head in a sickness or something of that nature. I don't remember all the details of that one. But that's sort of a bittersweet story. It's absolutely true about the death of the lady. This was one of my aunts, and who claimed all this, and I won't say any more than that. But she told it her whole life, and her father backed it up that yes, it was true. So that's my story for this evening.